Later, Jimmy Fallon welcomes Kerry Washington, NBC Tonight.
They took my wife. They said I have to vote not guilty or they're going to kill her.
We're here to help. The second the trial is over, they will have that woman killed.
We, the jury.
Where is she?
Monday and Tuesday, a block so game-changing.
Yeah, I hit it before you.
It becomes game-changing.
I'm sorry, Block.
Block Shelton. Block Shelton. The Voice, Monday and Tuesday on
On our broadcast tonight, tribal support for a conservation project. We'll hear why the Mole Lake Ojibwe backed the Pelican River Forest.
Plus, a fire in Eagle River today. We'll take a look into a damaged home motel room.
And a school district is boosting access for mental health care. Your local news starts right now.
News Watch 12 with Dan Hagan, Jessica Jukic, and Conrad Sapinski.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 10. I'm Jessica Jukic.
And I'm Dan Hagan. The Conservation Fund is in the process of making 70,000 acres of land east of Rhinelander into a forever forest, ensuring the land will be used for conservation, public access, and timber harvest through easements.
It's called the Pelican River Forest Project. The Oneida County Board is discussing a resolution to oppose the project, while another local government just passed a resolution supporting it. The Sakagan Chippewa community out of Mole Lake passed a resolution calling for the state government to fully support the Pelican River Forest Project, including funding from the Knowles Nelson Stewardship. The resolution from the Forest County Ojibwe Band highlighted the project's benefits of protecting natural resources, supporting forest products, industry, and promoting tourism. The project would add an ATV trail as well as preserve snowmobile access. It's a cool night throughout the Northwoods.
Meteorologist Conrad Sapinski joins us now with the first look at our forecast. Conrad?
All right, get ready for a little bit more snow, guys. I know it's middle of winter. Well, technically almost end of winter, but still for the Northwoods, we still have quite a ways to go. Right now, though, we got some cloudy skies, a couple of flurries down south closer to Adams County. This is not a cumulative snowfall. Tomorrow night into Friday, that's when another round of pretty steady snow will be moving on in. We have winter weather advisories just south of the Wausau area, but look at this, surprise, look at Adams County. Winter storm warnings have been posted. Around 4 to 6 inches is likely, with some places with over 6 inches of snow. So get ready Thursday night into Friday. High temperatures earlier today were in the upper 30s. A couple of 40s showed up here. Eagle River, 40 degrees. Lando Lakes, 41 degrees. Even Tomahawk around the corner had temperatures around 42 degrees. Now, things are refreezing, so be careful out there, folks, especially by those morning hours tomorrow. There will be some ice on the sidewalks and roads, so take extra precautions as temperatures will continue to drop well below freezing. Tonight, we'll be hovering at around 20 degrees. Dan?
Governor Tony Evers is trying to bring up the wages of criminal justice system employees in the next state budget. Evers said he would consider rejecting a Republican budget plan that doesn't significantly increase pay for corrections officers, prosecutors, and public defenders. The governor's budget proposal last month would increase starting pay for correctional officers to $33 an hour and to $35 an hour for assistant district attorneys and public defenders. Currently, more than 33% of correctional officer jobs are unfilled, and the State Bar of Wisconsin warned in January that understaffing in district attorney and public defender offices has become a crisis situation. Republicans who control the Wisconsin legislature will rewrite the budget plan over the next 4 months before sending it back to Evers.
The court-appointed monitor for 2 troubled Wisconsin youth prisons in Lincoln County is giving an update on its progress. The monitor's latest report from February 9th says Lincoln Hills Copper Lake Youth Prison increased classroom time for youth. They say the staff and youth had a positive attitude, and this was the best overall operation since the first report was filed in January 2019. Staffing shortages are still an issue, and youth are still confined to their rooms because of it. The Division of Juvenile Corrections tries to have students out of their room for 12 hours every day, but on days with lower staffing levels, it's hard to keep that schedule.
One person was taken to the hospital following a fire at the Pine Glow Motel in Eagle River today. An officer on scene told WJFW that his injuries were not life-threatening. That same officer mentioned that the fire likely started with an oxygen tank in one of the rooms. The fire mostly damaged one room, though it did spread to a couple of the neighboring rooms as well. Electricity and gas has been shut off to the building until an inspection can be done to see if the building is still livable.
Hanson's Garden Village, south of Rhinelander, is hosting a few different classes and events for the spring season. Manager Beth Hanson says that for the second year in a row, the Garden Center will be hosting a class for kids themed for St. Patrick's Day.
They'll be getting a container, planting it up with soil, landscaping it, and then adding the leprechaun figurine. And then in addition to that, we'll also be doing a scavenger hunt in our greenhouses where they can find treasures.
Hanson says that holding the popular classes and events helps the hobby grow among the younger generations. She went on to say that after the long winter months, people are starting to get very excited about getting back into their gardens.
Everyone has spring fever, and that's kind of why we open up our greenhouses for classes and other events early before people can actually get outside to plant.
If you'd like to get your hands in the dirt at Hanson's, go to their website, hansonsgardenvillage.com, for information about their upcoming classes. Feelings of persistent sadness and hopelessness for teenagers is rising. A CDC report said those feelings increased by about 40% in a decade, and that was before the pandemic.
That's why the Leona School District is making sure their students have consistent access to mental health care. Newswatch 12's Nick Van Zyl was in Leona and explains how their program works.
Students aren't able to maybe cope with some of the things that are going on in their life.
The Leona School District is making sure their students have access to services they need. Kimberly Welk grew up in a small school district with no mental health services. Now, she's a marriage and family therapist and owner of a certified mental health center in Green Bay.
Abuse, whether they've seen terrible car accidents, any number of things that can create a change in their brain for them.
Kimberly and her staff provide school-based mental health services to 8 different school districts in northeastern Wisconsin. Callie Christensen grew up in a small community and now provides counseling services in another small community.
I am in the school-based program Tuesday through Thursday. So those 3 days, I am doing about 7 to 8 clients.
Christensen says anxiety, depression, and grief are most common among students.
So sometimes what we do is just provide 45 minutes for a student to come in and just talk about, like, I'm having a rough day. I'm an average teenager, but I'm so anxious right now.
The newly renovated room allows students and parents a confidential space to meet with professionals.
We're making sure that they're in their healthiest place ever to learn and be successful even as they become adults.
Reporting in Leona, Nick Van Zyl, Newswatch 12.
Welk and her team are providing services to 8 school districts in northeastern Wisconsin, including Leona and Goodman Armstrong Creek.
Coming up, amateur adult baseball is returning to Rhinelander. That's after weather with Conrad right here on Newswatch 12.
Today, it seems everyone can be their own service technician thanks to the internet. From servicing their own cars and engines to home remodels and projects, people are trying a little of everything. Here at Maher Water Corporation, we employ nationally certified and factory-trained technicians to keep your water treatment systems working to their full lives. We will treat you like our own family.
So if you want us to service your equipment, give us a call. But if you're the fix-it-yourself kind of person, we'll enjoy your funny video clips.
What does it cost to buy off a judge? For extremist Dan Kelly, he's for sale for $20,000. In 2020, Kelly conveniently changed his mind about whether to judge the Tim Zignego case. Kelly had recused himself. Then he pocketed $20,000 in contributions from Zignego and his family, and Kelly unrecused himself so he could judge the case. Justice shouldn't be for sale. Dan Kelly is too corrupt, too extreme.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Looking to make a switch from your current wireless carrier? Make Cellcom your choice. Now, through the end of the month, get 6 months of service for free with a new smartphone line activation and Flex agreement. Choose from the latest phones and a plan that meets all of your wireless needs. Plus, join Cellcom and we'll cover your cost to switch, up to $650 per line. Visit Cellcom.com/save for more details. That's Cellcom.com/save.
Welcome back, folks. Wow, what a winter season so far. Let's talk a little bit about snow. Take a look at this. So far this winter season, 82.6 inches. This time last year, we were only at 69.6. And look at this little guy here. 2 years ago, 49.9 inches of snowfall. And then, of course, 3 years ago, a lot more. And 4 years ago, that was that big winter with 106.3 inches of snowfall so far this season. That year. So there was still a lot more snow on the way. I actually think we are going to reach our top 5 snowiest winter seasons this year. I'm calling it this year. I'm thinking maybe top 4, maybe top 5. As we're taking a look at top 5, 92.9 inches. So we are only pretty much 10 inches away for matching that record this year. Right now, though, we do have some cloudy skies. It is showing up that it's snowing from the clouds. It is Virgo, though, precipitation that is not quite reaching the ground, as we do have lots of dry air all over the state. Maybe a couple of flurries are falling in Adams County, but overall, though, no accumulations with this storm. But Thursday night into Friday gets a little bit interesting as another low starts to really develop into the next, I would say in the next 12 to 24 hours. Take a look at this. By tomorrow evening, that's when the snow starts to roll in. Really heavy down by Adams County, just north of the Madison area as well. I would say south of Wausau, that's going to be the really cutoff of the heavier snow. And then quickly by Monday morning, things start to improve. So by Friday afternoon, we are finally in the clear, but we are going to get 1 to 3 inches of snowfall before all said and done. And just south of Wausau area, that's where we're looking at possibly 3, 4, maybe 5 inches of snow in some spots, especially into Adams County. We'll see localized amounts of around 6+ inches of snowfall. So another good, healthy snowmaker is on the way. We do already have winter weather advisories posted, even winter storm warnings in Adams County and those western counties just west of Adams. So yes, this is going to be a pretty good deal. All right, let's talk exactly what we're going to get. Thursday night into Friday, that's when it arrives. Light and fluffy snow. So this will be blowing around, not like that wet snow we saw several days ago. Heavy snow will be south. Wausau and south of that, that's where we're looking at over 3 inches of snowfall possible. Wind gusts of around 25 to even 30 miles an hour. Poor road conditions, especially by that morning commute on Friday. So leave a little bit extra early and please slow down. I know it's March. We are looking forward for spring, but we still have a good month to month and a half of these wintry conditions ahead. This will be a regional impact Thursday night into Friday. Let's talk a little bit about temperatures. Now, our average should be around 35 degrees. Friday into Saturday, even through Sunday, we're looking at temperatures well below our average, even into beginning to middle of next week. So that well below average temperature trend will be continuing not only the next week, but the next couple of weeks. That's when cooler weather will be here and it will be sticking around. Tonight, though, temperatures will be hovering at around 22 degrees, cloudy skies, and a pretty light breeze. Tomorrow, temperatures around 34 degrees, mostly cloudy. We will have a breeze out of the east at around 10 to 20 miles an hour. Our 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress does show a second round of snow moves in Saturday night into Sunday. Right through those morning hours on Monday, then Tuesday into Wednesday, we are in the clear with temperatures in the upper 20s to lower 30s. Dan?
Thanks, Conrad. Corn prices could see some improvement at grocery stores soon. The USDA has released its latest World Agricultural Supply and Demand estimates. The season average for corn prices is down 10 cents to $6.60 per bushel. This is the result of a corn surplus in the U.S., which is sending prices down. No word on whether that will have an impact on ethanol production or pricing.
A D.C. healthcare insurance service has been hit with a significant data breach, putting the personal information of hundreds of lawmakers and their staff at risk. DC HealthLink said in a statement that data for some of its customers have been exposed on a public forum. Thousands of enrollees have potentially been impacted. The FBI has been investigating the data breach since it was discovered the information on the dark web. According to officials, it does not appear that members of the U.S. House of Representatives were specifically targeted by the attack. The Dairyland Baseball League brings together amateur teams from north central Wisconsin. Different cities or towns have their own team, like Minocqua, Tomahawk, and Wausau.
For years, Rhinelander has been absent from that league, but that will change this spring. According to Todd Johnson from the Hodag Diamond Club, a new Rhinelander team will be joining the Dairyland Baseball League, with the first games being in May. The Dairyland has 15 teams now, and players are usually in their 20s or 30s. Games will be played on Sunday afternoons. Reach out to the Hodag Diamond Club, which is a financial booster for all kinds of Rhinelander baseball, if you're interested in playing for the team. After a long season, the girls' state basketball tournament is just 2 days away.
Coming up, Saul Meyer was at Lakeland's final practice and has more on the T-Birds' mindset ahead of that big game.
Sexual assault of an 11-year-old. No prison time. He raped a military veteran, left her for dead. Just 2.5 years. Raped a mentally disabled 14-year-old. Probation. How the heck did this happen? Janet Protasewicz.
If you could go back in time, would you have ruled any differently?
I would say no. Really? No time in prison? I would say no. Protasewicz set violent criminals free. Again and again. Tell Judge Protasewicz, stop protecting criminals.
Sue right, Jake middle, me on the left.
Yeah, I knew I'd win.
Are you saying
What's
something?
really happening over there?
I think you're on mute.
There's no substitute for real gaming fun. Go where fun lives. Old Chunk Gaming Wittenberg.
When searching for your next truck, you want your truck to last. Get the job done right with a Lenz truck. We have them all. Half-ton trucks, Power Strokes, Cummins, Duramax, SUVs, over 800 to choose from. Know that all Lenz trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, and can be bought hassle-free online. Go now to lenztruck.com.
Lenz Truck. Lenz Truck. We got the trucks at Lenz Truck.
We got the trucks.
Us. This isn't us. Is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other? And when our phones have turned us into this? LT, what do you do when you're a company that sells them?
We gotta fix this.
It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes.
Feels good.
And let's find us again. U.S. Cellular. Built for us.
The new 2023 GMC Sierra AT4X is equipped to conquer the great outdoors. Or the great indoors. Welcome to the peak of premium off-roading. Or get 2.9% APR for 5 years and no monthly payments for 90 days on turbo high-output engine Sierra light-duty elevation models.
Coming up on your Thursday, learn about the Lincoln County Humane Society's upcoming fundraiser.
And overall, we're dry again Thursday, but Thursday night into Friday, some snow on the way. More when you tune in on your Thursday from 5 to 7 a.m.
After taking down Menominee on Saturday in the sectional final, Lakeland Union's girls basketball team is headed to the state tournament for the first time in 30 years. The T-Birds were state runner-ups in 1993, but won the tournament the previous season and are now starting to see similar success. That, of course, is due to the leadership on the team, specifically seniors Juliana Ouimet and Lily Fortier. Both seniors have spent years preparing for this moment and are not ready for it to end just yet, hoping to go home with some sort of trophy.
Coming into state now, it's like, okay, we're the underdogs now. We have to prove ourselves. We have to go hard. We have to do everything we can just to like prove it and say like we are here and we are meant to be here.
I want to win at least one game there. Like I want to at least bring home a silver ball or a gold ball. Like I really want to do well there and compete there. Like I will be happy with how everything goes as long as we play hard and do our best.
The team they're playing, Pewaukee, has a very similar play style to the T-Birds with all the three-pointers they shoot. So, head coach Melissa Ouimet says that she's been able to prepare for this team by focusing on perimeter defense.
I think they've made about 246 threes on the season, which is about, I think, maybe a little over 50 more than what we've taken or made. So they do like to shoot threes, and we got to stop that.
The T-Birds will take on top-seeded Pewaukee at about 1:30 on Friday in Green Bay, looking to win their first state title since 1992. The WIAA Board of Controls has approved the conference realignment plan for high school football. Some big changes are coming, including the Valley Football Association merging with the Big Rivers Conference. Tomahawk and Wausau East will move to the Great Northern Conference. Although East's future is still undecided with the recent merger with Wausau West. Also, the Merriwood Conference is terminated, with some schools moving to the CWC Large and CWC Small Conference. These changes will come into effect for the 2024 season, so this upcoming season will be the farewell tour for the Merriwood Conference. After taking down their rival Minnesota on Sunday, the Wisconsin Badgers basketball team had all the momentum heading into the Big Ten tournament. They locked up the 12 seed and are taking on the 13 seed Ohio State in the opening round. Let's see if the Badgers could pull it out and advance to the next round where the Iowa Hawkeyes are waiting. The Big Ten Championship will take place at the United Center in Chicago this year, and the Badgers were able to play in the first game of the tournament. Here in the first half, the Badgers wanted to start things off hot. Stephen Crowell finds Connor CGing down low for the first points of the game, and the Badgers are up 2-0. The Buckeyes got on a run, but the Badgers would respond. Crowell with the ball in the post. He drives in and hits a nice post hook to bring the Badgers within 5. Moving on to the second half, the Buckeyes have a lead that's just too large for the Badgers to come back from. Justice Sewing calls his own number and hits the mid-range fadeaway, and the Buckeyes are going to go on to win this one 65-57. The Milwaukee Bucks took down the Orlando Magic last night 134-123, giving them their 18th win in the last 19 games. The Bucks were also able to pull out this win without star forward Giannis Antetokounmpo and all-star guard Drew Holiday. That didn't prove to be a problem, as Chris Middleton, Brooke Lopez, and Javon Carter combined for 74 points in the team's road win. Without his star player, head coach Mike Budenholzer was proud of his guys for stepping up.
It was great to get him going early. Chris finding him. Chris has a knack, and again, I think it got us off to a good start, got Brooke off to a good start. So it's good to see him scoring in a variety of ways.
With the postseason coming up, Coach Budenholzer is confident his team can make a deep run in the playoffs with his team.
We like the depth of the roster. We feel like we can go lots of different ways. So, we just want to keep getting better defensively, really work to improve offensively, and be playing our best ball going into the playoffs.
The Bucks will be back in action tomorrow against the Brooklyn Nets at the Fiserv Forum. We'll be right back after the break.
A convicted felon kidnapped and raped a 15-year-old girl, abducting her off the street in broad daylight. Judge Janet Protasewicz could have sentenced him to 20 years. Instead, she put him back on our streets.
What detractors would say is you having been soft on a violent sexual crime.
I would say that that's ridiculous. Judge Protasewicz puts our families at risk, and putting her on our Supreme Court, that's what's ridiculous. Fair Courts America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Good
Good news. This just in. Your Ford dealers have fresh shipments of their award-winning SUV lineup in stock and ready for you to drive home today. Get your hands on a new Ford, the #1 brand in SUV owner loyalty, including Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And now, here's more good news. Choose FlexBuy on Escape and get 2.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $1,500 FlexBuy cash.
Sore back but hate mattress shopping?
Yes. Totally dread it. Totally.
Come to Slumberland and see how we've made mattress shopping easy.
How easy is that? So easy. So easy.
Get your sleep solution at Slumberland Furniture. You can always find great-looking furniture at incredible everyday low prices at Slumberland Furniture. Like these modern sectionals and sofas, starting as low as $3.99. And always free doorstep shipping. Get your look
For less
at Slumberland Furniture.
Us. This isn't us. Is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other? And when our phones have turned us into this?
LT?
What do you do when you're a company that sells them?
We gotta fix this.
It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes.
Feels good.
And let's find us again. U.S. Cellular. Built for us.
Get personalized support. Call the Wisconsin Tobacco Quit line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
A Merrill K-9 officer is recovering after being diagnosed with a fungal infection. The Merrill Police Department's K-9 Dosty is battling a significant case of blastomycosis. Blastomycosis is a fungal disease that most commonly infects humans and animals through the respiratory tract. The fungus can spread to other parts of the body. A little more than a week ago, Dosty started experiencing various symptoms and through many trips to the vet was diagnosed with the disease. On Saturday, Dosty was checked into a special care facility in Appleton, receiving 24-hour care and oxygen, and has made great improvements since then. If anyone would like to assist Dosty in the fight and his future care, donations can be made to the Merrill Police Department's K-9 program. The big NCAA tournament kicks off next week after the brackets are announced Sunday.
But the March Madness tournament is not the only national competition going on. Newswatch 12's Matt Weaver explains how March Muttness is making a difference.
Let the games begin. This March, the NCAA tournament isn't the only competition picking up speed.
Whoever raises the most funds in that time will move on to the next bracket. Then it will be paired up against another shelter.
March Madness has its own spin on the Basketball Classic. It draws 46 shelters across the country to fundraise, including the Oneida County Humane Society, which welcomes more than 100 animals each year.
That means more animals are coming in our doors, more animals that need our help. So then that means you're spending more money.
It's a social media-driven campaign which raises money to help these shelters care for their animals.
We have been able to cover major surgeries, maybe surgeries we haven't been able to do before. Go to specialists. We've just all around been able to do more for the animals.
Raising more than $10,000 in last year's inaugural run, the OCHS hopes to top that number for this year's dance.
My hopes is to be able to bring all that money in so that the animals, we have no worries, and they get the care that they need.
In Rhinelander, Matt Weaver, Newswatch 12.
Menke Automotive is your new neighbor in central Wisconsin. So now you've got a friend in the auto business. Menke Automotive prides ourselves on having happy employees because happy employees make for happy customers. When you need a new Buick, GMC, or Mazda, expert service, precision body work, or just a hot cup of coffee, come in and get to know us at Menke Automotive at the old Fred Miller location on Grand Avenue in Schofield. Menke Automotive, your new neighbors in central Wisconsin.
What does it cost to buy off a judge? For extremist Dan Kelly,
he's for sale for $20,000. In 2020, Kelly conveniently changed his mind about whether to judge the Tim Zignego case. Kelly had recused himself. Then he pocketed $20,000 in contributions from Zignego and his family, and Kelly unrecused himself so he could judge the case. Justice shouldn't be for sale. Dan Kelly is too corrupt, too extreme.
Hepatitis C? Don't just treat it. Crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it with Maverick.
Cure it with Maverick. Maverick cures all types of Hep C.
In only 8 weeks.
The virus multiplies daily and can damage the liver over time. Maverick stops Hep C and cures it. If you've had hepatitis B, it may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had Hep B, a liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV, other medical conditions, and all your medicines. Do not take Maverick with atazanavir or rifampin. Report right away yellow skin, stomach pain or swelling, confusion and bleeding or bruising.
Hep C, crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it with Maverick.
Cure it in only 8 weeks. See Hep C gone with Maverick.
Ask your doctor about Maverick. AbbVie could help you save.
Oh, no, I think I lost my debit card.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic. We're in a mall. Some stranger's probably tapping new shoes, tapping a washer-dryer combo, just tapping everything in sight.
It's okay. Just tap your phone. With BMO, you can use your phone to freeze and unfreeze a lost card.
I can?
And you can always get a new card instantly at a BMO branch.
I got my tap back.
You ever seen someone this excited about a debit card before?
Oh, yeah. Not this excited.
When a bank gives you instant peace of mind, that's the BMO effect.
Welcome to Land O'Lakes, Serenity at the top of Wisconsin.
Stay with us at the Gateway Lodge in Land O'Lakes. Relax in our indoor pool, delicious dinners, and the coziest lounge in town. Come back to tradition at the historical Gateway Lodge.
Huge online auction, Rhineland, Wisconsin. Complete dispersal of Nicolay Service Center. Ford tractors, Snap-on tools, auto lift, welders, auto body equipment, and trailers. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Well, does your dog have a face that only its owner could love? If you answered yes, then you're in luck because the world's ugliest dog contest is once again taking submissions.
Is this really a thing?
Yes.
No way.
Last year's winner was an almost hairless 17-year-old dog named Mr. Happy Face. The competition's website says their goal is not to make fun of ugly dogs, but to celebrate, quote, the imperfections that make all dogs special and unique. Well, if you're interested, you can still make your submission until June 21st.
So I think they're pretty cute.
Yeah, you
no,
can't
say that, man.
Yeah.
It's a dog.
All animals are cute.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I'm sorry.
So,
I'm sorry. That one will get me in trouble.
They were some cute little doggies. I have a dog, too, at my parents' house.
Do you think
Cannot
he'd
wait.
be in the competition or
no? She cannot.
She's
absolutely.
Too cute.
I think so.
You might be biased.
I'll show you guys a picture later on. But hey, let's talk a little bit about weather, folks. Taking a look outside right now, winter weather advisories have been posted. Down south, this is just south of the Wasta area. But look at Adams County. The pink colors, those are winter storm warnings where possibly over 6 inches of snowfall will be possible. Here in town, though, we're looking at a good 1 to 3 inches Thursday night into the morning hours on Friday. So get ready for a little bit more snow. Right now, though, we do have some cloudy skies, and this will continue to develop by tomorrow. Take a look at our 7-day outlook. Another round of snow does arrive Saturday night, through the day on Sunday, and even into those morning hours on Monday. So get ready. Possibly top 5 snowiest seasons.
Thank you, Conrad. That's all the time we have. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Update the floors in your home and save 11% on your flooring project at Menards. Great Lakes vinyl floors are perfect for any room in your home. Find a wide selection of waterproof and durable floors that are easy to install. Great Lakes vinyl floors also feature an attached pad for comfort and noise reduction. Heritage vinyl plank is only $329 after 11% rebate now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The local water experts at Culligan can take care of everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, we do that too. Culligan, here for every water worry.
This is Ford Truck Month, America. Time to get up and get into Ford F-150, part of F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 46 years straight. All amped up and ready for work or play. Plus, there's a great selection in stock and ready for delivery today. So get into Ford Truck Month and see what a built Ford tough truck can do for you. Now, choose Flex Buy on a 2022 F-150 with 2.9% APR financing for 66 months and 1,000 Flex Buy cash plus 1,000 Ford credit cash.
The real value of a number all depends on who you are. After an accident, there's one critical